This video is going to be on how to format a GoPro Hero. Now here, my Hero is a Hero 7 Black, and I've got a 128 gigabyte SD card in here. Now, I just went and did my first big recording. Check out my channel. Whoops. Check out my channel. I finished a bike ride. The battery went dead in the middle of it, so I put in a new battery. But I got a whole bunch of weird file names, and nothing was in order. It was all mixed up. So it was, I don't know if I even formatted it in the GoPro. I think I did in the first one. I returned it, and I got the second one. So I don't know if it was properly formatted. But when you format in the GoPro, it will do a quick format, and that's not what you want to do. You really want to do it on a PC. If you have a Mac, you want to do it on a Mac. But if you want to do it on a PC, and I'm going to show you how you do that. So since it's an SD card, you're going to need the little adapter, and you're going to need a card reader on your PC so that you can get the SD card attached to the computer. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. If you like my videos, please do a thumbs up, a subscribe, a like, share, comment. If you want to donate to my channel, ask for my PayPal info. I would love that. If there's a product you want me to review, if I can get a hold of it, I'll do the review. So let me show you how we format the SD card in a PC. Alright, so why are we doing this? Well, I got a new GoPro. Check out my channel. I just did some videos on it. And I went and did a bike ride yesterday. I'm posting a video, or I'm rendering a video for that right now. And I spent 15 hours on rendering. Why? I'm assuming it's because I formatted the 128 gig SD card in the GoPro, which it's made to do. And I know sometimes people say you've got to have the right SD card for the GoPro. Some work, some don't. Other people say that it's because of the formatting. If you format it in the camera, you might have a problem. If you format it in a computer, you probably will not have a problem. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to format it in a computer. If my videos help you, and even if they don't, do that thumbs up, subscribe, like, share, comment, you know, all the stuff all of us people ramble about over and over and over again that nobody ever does. If you want to leave a donation, ask for my PayPal info, and this is a review channel, so if there's something you want me to review, let me know. If I can get a hold of it, I'll do the review. So now that we got all of that stuff out of the way, here's the bottom of the camera. Press the button, slide. Way down in there is the little SD card. So you can take out the battery if you want, or just take your fingernail, press on the SD card, remove it, and now what you're going to need, put the camera aside, what you're going to need is the adapter that comes with the SD card. Okay, so I had to go look for mine. It comes with the SD card. They are not that cheap to buy on the internet, but hopefully you have one of these laying around. You also need a card reader, an SD card reader. Most computers have them, or some people buy the external ones that you plug into the USB port. But if you don't have a card reader, you can't really do this on a computer. So you're just going to take the chip, you're going to plug it into the back, and it should press in. There you go. Okay, so the SD card is now plugged into the adapter. And now I'm going to insert it into the computer card reader. Now this is my computer. We have drive C, the external, another drive E, and the recovery drive I. And then we got a bunch of removable stuff that nothing's in there. So hopefully we see the SD card in a minute. There is my card reader. I have never used, well, I've used this once. So I think there's a lot of dust inside them. So I want to use the SD Mini, or I want to use the one on the top. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to slide it into the slot, and hopefully it locks in. I'm doing this through the computer, or through the camera eye, so I can't really see what I'm doing. Okay, so there we are. It should plug in. It better plug in. Okay, and the green light came on. We should hear a little beep. No beep, but I did get this box that popped up that said removable disc J, and I want to find an option to format it. There was no option on that menu, so right now I'm just on the computer menu where all my other hard drives are, and it was labeled 128 gigabyte SD card, but this shows it's a removable disk, 119 gigabytes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my mouse over this, and I'm going to see what I can do. I'm going to right-click and see if I get a format menu. I hope I get a format menu. We're going to find out in a minute. Okay, that's what I want. You've got a format menu. So I'm going to click on format, and we're going to see if the format box pops up. And it did. You want to verify, you can see over there that's removable J. You want to make sure that the box that comes up is removed, is what you were formatting. You do not want to format your drive C. Be careful. You're going to want to do an XFAT, an XFAT. And that is what it came up with as a default. 119 gig. Okay, so what are the other options we have here? We have allocation 128, restored device, volume name. You can put a volume name in there if you want to. Quick format. I don't want to do a quick format. A quick format is kind of what the camera does. And the problem with the quick format is it will not delete hidden files or hidden things on the SD card. And if you're having problems, that's what you want to do, is a complete format. So we are going to click this to uncheck it, which means that we'll now be doing a full format. And then I'm going to go down here to the bottom and I'm going to press start. And then we get this little menu that comes up. Warning, formatting will erase all. Click OK. Now what do we have over here? We have a thing that says formatting, removable disk. And I thought it would give me a little bar type display showing me where it was at, or the percentage of how, well, let's move this out of the way and see if we can find anything that shows that. Nope, we don't have anything that shows how far along in the process it is. It just shows formatting. So we are now at 9:53. The dog is definitely not happy that I'm making this video. She does not want me to give the computer and the camera attention and not her. Okay. So, I'm chewing on some ice. Now, I know that when you're formatting this in the GoPro, people say 128 gig, expect 30 minutes. So I read a comment today, some guy said after 13 hours, he finally pulled the card out and he didn't know what to do. Other people said they've formatted overnight. Now, you know, maybe yes, maybe no. If you've got a lot of errors or problems on that card, it could take that long. Maybe the GoPro is just locked up and going in circles. Maybe there are files on there it just doesn't know what to do, and so it's trying to wipe everything out. As I said, the problem is it cannot wipe out hidden files, so it doesn't know how to do that. This should take care of your problem. Like I was saying, I did a bike ride yesterday. New bike, new GoPro, formatted the 128 gig in the camera, and took it out for a 2.5 hour ride. The battery died after about an hour and 35 minutes, the original first battery, and I had some backup battery with me. So I don't know if that caused a problem, but the thing that was really weird is that when I went to edit and do the rendering, I had 11 files, and they were all, the file names were not in order. I had like the first couple files in order they were me starting the bike ride, like file 1 and 2, starting the bike rides, file 3 and 4. I was over an hour into the ride, so everything was mixed up. Everything had weird naming, like Go GH. I think it was Go GH for Go. No, that's not GoPro. GoPro Hero. GH01001 something, and then 2003 and 3003, and it made no sense at all. So that is why you want to do it. And here we go now. I'm going to have to come back and let you know how long this really takes. We've been at this for 2 minutes. I've been talking for 2 minutes. And there is no percentage of how long this is going to take. But we do have the green bar. I forget what they call that. The green bar display. That is the official name, the green bar display. So it is, I started, I think, at a 9:53. And let's face it, this is YouTube. YouTube is out of control and wild. Everybody leaves rude comments, rude everything. It's rude, dislikes and rudeness and insults, and you talk too much, and your videos are too long, and I don't know what you're talking about. And just believe me, if you make a lot of YouTube videos, you know what I'm talking about. People are out of control. Just click on delete and report them. But people don't like long videos. That's why I like my videos to be about, as my bike ride, 2 hours and 17 minutes. It is going to take me 5 hours to render it on this old machine. On the other machine, it wanted about 8 hours. And it's probably going to take me 24 hours to upload it, because I think it's something like 30 gig, or it's just some ridiculous thing. It's crazy. And I try to speed it up, but I couldn't speed it up. I wanted on the old machine, on the old computer. Yeah, I know. I told you I talk on the old computer. I was able to speed it up. On the new computer, when I did some speeding up, it sounded really bad. So I thought, just leave it alone. We'll post a 2 hour and 17-minute video. Like most things on YouTube, the average duration to watch is 3.5 minutes, 3 minutes and 15 seconds. It's probably about how long all the guys out there last, if they're lucky. So a nice short video? Nah. A long video? Yes. I'll fill it with a zillion ads just to upset everybody out there so they can leave me lots of rude comments. It's fun. YouTube is a lot of fun if you make it fun and if you make it enjoyable. So this is, we're 53. We are 5 minutes into, yeah, I can tell time. 5 minutes into the format process. Wow. So, yeah, with the video, with all the file names were all messed up, and so I thought, okay, I got to move all this stuff over to my other machine and see if I can do it. And I moved all the files over, and then I went to save it, and the program said, can't save because the other files are missing. So I had to start all over again, and I've watched the 2.5 hour video over and over just to clean up the editing. The GoPro, I bought it, as I said, I had a new GoPro and a new bike, and I bought a handlebar bracket, and the minute I got on the bike path, the handlebar, the screws on the bracket loosened, and I didn't bring the wrench with me. So I spent 2.5 hours on a ride trying to hold this bracket, and it kept on spinning down and looking at my head and my chest and my belly and my shorts, and it wasn't good. So I spent a lot of time editing and deleting, and I'm rendering right now, and after I render, I'm going to have to watch the full video again to make sure everything is clean in there. So what can you say? We're 6 minutes into this. Ay, am I going to get the comments? 6 minutes into this, and I've got, that doesn't even look like 5%, 10%. The thing about formatting these hard drives is it goes really slow, and then all of a sudden, boom, it just takes off, and 2 seconds later, it's done. I don't know if that's going to be the case with this thing. So anybody who's watching, anybody at all who's watching. I am running, I've got an old, probably like a 12-year-old PC. Not a Pentium, no, it's the step above the Pentiums. I used to have a Pentium. Then I finally threw out. I loved it. I loved my Pentium 4. Was it a Pentium 4? Loved it, just loved it. And it was so hard to move all the files over. And I just said, okay, get rid of that XP that I loved, set up a Windows 7 machine. And then I get that message today from MS saying, your security updates will end next year. And we are trying to prepare you. Which is so sad because, let's face it, 90% of the country 90% of the world is on Windows 7 and XP. And Windows 10 is a nightmare. And I don't know why they're pushing a free product so much, but they don't want to deal with the older versions anymore. So, 5 hours to render this video is a lot of time. And I'm looking for... Okay, that was the Pentium, and then I've got the 12-year-old machine, and I've got the machine I'm on now, which is like 5 years old. But it's old, and it doesn't have a good graphics card, and it's not a lot of memory, 8 gigs of memory. But it's an old machine, an old CPU, and I need to upgrade. I just don't want to spend $1,000 or $1,300, but I think that's really what I'm going to have to do. And I'm only going to need it for my videos. I shoot a lot of video, and I post it on the tube, and I don't make hardly any money off of it, any of this. I don't even know why I do it. I invest so much time, but I enjoy doing video, and I have fun doing rendering, and my life allows me to do what I want to do when I want to do it, if I want to do it, when I want to do it, or how I want to do it. So I'm fortunate that way, and so I shoot a lot of video that people don't watch. And I don't make a lot of money while other people shoot a lot of video and make millions of dollars. So life is just not fair. Isn't that how it is? Life is good. You know, it's always good. Unless it's not good. But you never know, you know. So, okay, we are, well, 53, we're 9 minutes into this thing, and we're cranking along. And I want to let you know how long it's going to take to do this. Now, if I did the quick format, it probably would have been, taken about 2 minutes, maybe a minute, to do the quick format. But that's the whole thing. I don't want to do the quick format. And as I said, I don't know if they're doing the quick format or a complete format in the GoPro, because the GoPro takes forever to do a format. I'm assuming that it's not because of it's doing a quick format and it's a small GoPro. I'm assuming they just don't have the capacity or the electronics in there to do what a full format can do on a computer. So, I don't know. Should I keep talking and count this down, or should I turn off the camera and come back? I've already been talking for 12 minutes and 1 second. People are not going to be happy. Yeah, I think I'm going to turn this thing off. I'll come back and finish off the video, and then I got to post. I have to post this video. I actually went to in LA today. They were doing a muscular dystrophy fill the boot, where the firemen stand at certain intersections and collect money for the donations for muscular dystrophy, which is a really good cause each year. And they bring in a lot of money, and the coordinator never showed up, so the firemen were sitting in their truck, and they finally had to leave. All that money that could have been collected wasn't collected, which is sad and unfortunate. So, yeah, since I wasn't able to shoot video of them being out there doing their thing, I thought, I've got a camera, let me stand at this intersection and watch people beep, run the lights, and drive aggressively and very dangerously. So I shot about 10 minutes of video of that I have to post tonight. And then I want to post this video tonight. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, because like I said, I've been doing video for about 15 hours today. I still have that 5-hour rendering on the other computer. So Oh, what was I getting to? That's right. There was a point to this whole thing. What kind of computer do I need? I know everybody says you can get by with 8 gigs, but I'm reading a lot of stuff. Now that I've spent money and bought a 4K camera, I don't know why. Because the files are insane, and it takes forever to do anything on an old PC. So I don't get anything from posting the videos, and now I spent money buying a camera and a GoPro, and now I'm going to have to go buy a computer so I can post videos that people don't watch. That's a lot of money. What kind of computer do I need? People are saying 8 gigs is enough. Other people are saying if you're doing 4K, you better have 16 gigs, or you're going to be spinning your wheels. Which, I don't know, because I'm doing well, no, I'm not doing 4K now. The video, in fact, you come to think of it, the GoPro video that I shot is 720p, 60 frames. Normally I do 720p, 30 frames, and it's not that bad. 60 frames, it's just insane. And 4K is a nightmare. So here I was thinking, yeah, I can use this computer to handle 4K, but now it's struggling with the 720-60. So I'm thinking if I'm spending the money, I may as well just do this right, 16 gigs. And people are saying get the i7 7700K or the 8700K. I know if you're going to buy a computer and you're going to buy the 7700K, you may as well spend another $300 and get the 8700. But then when does it end? When do you say, okay, spend another $300 and get another processor and another graphics card? So what do I need? I'm thinking a 16 gig, the i7 7700K, and it looks like the NVIDIA GTX. A lot of people are saying the 1050 is fine, but then they're saying spend the extra money, just get the 1070. Get the 1070 and you'll be happy you did. And then I saw yesterday, I've always had Dell computers, and I've been really happy with Dell. Dell has been good to me. And as I'm saying that, I'm looking, and I've got an HP sitting right next to me that I bought for $100 that was a corporate machine that I was able to get for $100 that's got Windows 7 on it. But that's 12 years old, 10 years old, maybe not that old, 10 years old, 8 years old, and that machine's struggling. But it's a good machine, so I went online and I'm looking up graphics computers, high-level computers, I guess gaming computers you would call it, I don't know. And I saw some really nice Dell machines, and I just could not believe the amount of negative. You know, when you go on Amazon, when you go online, it seems like everybody, I don't know if people who have a bad product complain and those who have a good product don't, or if everything that's made these days is junk. And that could be it. There's just so much garbage out there. And I really wanted to get a Dell, not a Dell, I wanted to get a Dell computer. And I was looking at the reviews, and just the same, that's when you know there's a problem, when you get the same comments over and over about a product. And when people are talking about 2 weeks later it broke, or 2 weeks later they had the blue screen, or 2 weeks later it wouldn't boot up, or the hard drive broke, or they had to send it back. When you start seeing tons, and I know they're selling hundreds of thousands of these machines, so if you see 10 negative reviews, that doesn't mean there's a problem. But when you see 10 negative reviews with the same thing, something's not right. Whether it's quality control or there's something wrong. And so I wanted to get that Dell really bad. I was looking at the MSI machines, and then I saw a YouTube video where some guy said, hey, we just got this machine for free in exchange for doing a review. And I'm thinking, all right, somebody just sent you a $1,000 machine. Your review is going to be very good. Who are you kidding? So I have no intentions of buying the MSI. Well, even if it's a great machine, I'm not going to buy that because I saw way too many YouTube videos posted of people, influencers that all got free machine, just incredibly expensive machines to do reviews of how great the machines were. So that knocked that out. So Dell is out, MSI is out. which leaves HP. And I looked, I found an HP machine. I don't remember the model number now. Well, let me go look it up. But it's an older machine. It's a couple years old. I was really excited about it. It's selling for about $1,200. And then I couldn't believe it. Some people said they were selling it like a year ago at a $600 or $700, but I don't think it had the SSD. I don't think it had that in there. Okay, so where is my, well, this is the one I was looking at. It is the HP Omen 870-213W desktop PC with 256 gigabytes plus a 1 terabyte hard drive. What's the 256? Oh, it's a 256 SSD plus a 1 terabyte HD hard drive. It's i7 7700. It's Windows 10. It's got the NVIDIA GTX 1070 with 8 gig GPU. So the reviews on this thing, I know there's only 27 reviews, but 1 star, 7%, somebody wasn't happy. I forget what his comment was about. 11%, which I'm guessing is maybe 1 or 2 people, had 4 star, and 82% rated it a 5 star, which is incredible. And then I went and did a search online, and a lot of people were really happy with this machine. Yesterday there was about 11 left. Right now it says order today, only 2 left in stock. So if anybody knows anything about the HP Omen 870-213W, I looked up, they don't even sell that now. You can buy it on the tube. I mean, you can buy it on Amazon. They probably bought out their stock. They don't sell the 870-213 anymore. I think they're in the 880s now, which shoots the price up another couple $100. But then I was thinking I'd rather buy directly from HP, where I'm going to get HP warranty instead of buying from a third-party seller online. So, I don't know. Give me some suggestions. What do I need to buy? What should I buy? 4K editing, 4K GoPro, 4K Panasonic that I just posted a review on that I bought. Let me know what I need to buy. We have been doing this for 22 minutes now, and we're only about not even a quarter done. So I'll be back in a while. I'll let you know how long the whole thing took to format. There we are, people. This has been going on for about 54 minutes, and we're a little over halfway done. So even in a computer, this takes forever. Okay, we are at 1 hour and 15 minutes, and we are at about 75% done. Good thing I turned off the camera and took a break. I think we're at 36 minutes right now. I could be wrong, but I think so. And in between that time, we had a nice motorcycle police chase on TV. And the guy got off the bike and walked away. So I don't even know if they caught him, but it ran out of gas. So, we have about maybe like 10 more minutes, 5 more minutes before this is done. And then I'll come back and let you know how long it took. There it is, people, 49 minutes. 49 minutes to get all the way down to that. 49 minutes. And now let's put it in the GoPro. Okay, this thing better work because the video went on forever and it took me forever. If it doesn't work, then I am going to have to format again in the GoPro. So you'll notice over here there is a little thing that you can put your nail in there to pull that out. I can't remember which direction this goes in. I think the contacts face the lens, I think. It will only go in one direction, but I believe that's how it goes in. Okay, it's seated in, so let's close this thing now. Let's close it, and we'll find out. Let's get that. I don't like how that button never wants to pop in place the right way. Okay. locked in. Let's get the camerito. Let's find the power. That's the mode button. That is what we're looking for. Press the button. Woo! All right, what do we have over here? 100%. 7 hours of video, 741. That's how you format an SD card in the computer. Again, do that thumbs up, subscribe, like, share, comment. Thanks for watching this really long video on how to do something. And yes, it actually took me almost an hour to do it. So don't complain about how long the video was. Just thank me for not keeping the camera running the whole time. I hope everybody watched it to the end. See ya.